Getting right into it, guys, we're going to start here with Cardano ADA. So again, this is the same methodology you can use on basically any crypto, especially ones that have been around since the previous cycle. I would say it'll work the best on cryptos like that, but it still will work on newer cryptos so long as they have, let's say, half a year to 1 year of price history. I would say that's sufficient. The first thing you need to do, guys, is go to the monthly chart on your favorite exchange or on some Dex screener or Dex tools or whatever, and you want to zoom out to you want to go to the monthly chart and then basically zoom out. And the first thing you want to do is identify, okay, what is the lower end of the range that this crypto was trading in over the last, whatever it is, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years since the previous cycle. In ADA's case, it's very easy to tell that lower range was somewhere around 30 cents, right? So as a lower range, it should be super easy, super simple to identify. Okay, next up. Now we have to figure out where is like the first major zone of resistance where prices have struggled to get above. And again, if you have an altcoin from a previous cycle like that's been around since the previous cycle like Cardano, then it should be pretty easy to identify again on the monthly chart roughly where that resistance is going to be, especially since there's a pretty good chance that this resistance level was probably hit either early last year or late last year. And in Cardano's case, again, very simple to identify, very easy to identify. It's somewhere around $1.30. So then to figure out where ADA is going to be headed next, let's say in the medium term, all we would have to do is take the difference between this like lower range and this, let's say, first resistance level, which is around $1. And we just add that to the first resistance level here. So we add $1 to $1.30, and that would give us a short-term target, let's say for Cardano, of around $2.30. And then this is where things get a little bit interesting and also a little bit tricky. So listen carefully. Once you have to kind of like, I guess, once you've identified again, like this, these two levels, then you have to kind of like zoom out again and kind of like squint your eyes, or if it helps you guys, you can literally just delete this trend line, delete this, and then just imagine for a second, okay? Imagine that Cardano has broken above, let's say $1.30, and now it's somewhere in between this range, headed up to a $2.30, or maybe already somewhere at a $2.30. The next thing you have to do then is kind of like almost like squint and zoom out and think, okay, so then this whole massive pattern that we're seeing here, this whole thing is almost like, you know, some like double bottom or cup and handle or whatever pattern you want to say. And you would basically take the difference then between these two levels, again, between the lowest range and the highest range, and you would look at the difference between those two, which is of course $2, and then you add $2 to $2.30, and of course that would give you a cycle top target for ADA of somewhere around $4.3. And again, like it's a very simple method. I would say that this is even like a conservative method. We're going to do it with Chainlink, with Stellar, and with Hedera in just a second. And you know, if you're typing in the comments saying, oh well, I think ADA is going to go to $10, sure. This is just a very simple, like again, very simple technical analysis method you can use on any altcoin you hold, and it'll give you, I would say, like a conservative cycle top estimate. And in ADA's case, it looks like that's somewhere around $4.30.